foremost, Chatter already brought this up, so I guess I should as well, is that we got a very strange take here that appeared on, is this ESPN? Appeared on ESPN, in which, that's Michael C. Wright, right? Michael C. Wright. This is what he had to say about Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama. As you guys know, there has been a narrative continuously being pushed by ESPN and other talking heads because okay, never mind. I thought that was somebody else. Is that Michael C. Wright? I can't remember. I'm very sleepy tonight. But anyways, there's been this continuous narrative because they don't actually talk about basketball. They don't actually watch these games. So they're constantly trying to find something that they can sink their teeth into, right? And now that LeBron James isn't in the news and this might end up being his last season, they're obviously jumping on the Victor Wembanyama train. But instead of just talking about Vic and how great he is and how, wow, he actually looks like he's legit, mentality wise, sometimes they dabble into the unnecessary drama. I'll just play it so you can see what I'm talking about. But, I got to be careful because I don't know if it's copyright with it being ESPN, but.
Might be Chet.
Oh. His rival growing up in international play.
Rival, yeah. Yep. They've been going back to under 20s, under 18 even, right? And Chet got a championship.
Yeah, he got a ring.
Wemby doesn't have a championship. So I was told by somebody inside that room that Wemby is motivated by Chet having one up on him on the championship. And
so he was told that Wembanyama is motivated by Chet Holmgren having a championship. That is the most silly thing I've heard in my entire life. Because I hate this type of narrative because they're basically making it seem like Chet is the wall that Wemby has to climb over, right? Like that's the gate, that's the gatekeeper, right? Like you have to get past him if you want to be great, and I don't think Wemby sees it that way at all. Wemby is the wall. Chet will have to get past Wemby, but like the idea that because Chet has a championship as a role player that motivates Wemby. What does motivate Wemby though, I will say this, and there is a difference. Maybe you can say there is no difference between these two. I think there's a huge difference. Is what motivates him is the media pushing that Chet is better than him. Or not even that he's better than him. They don't say Chet is better than him, but that's a legitimate rival to Wemby. I think that will motivate Wemby more than anything because Wemby more than likely sees someone like Giannis as like, okay, this is my competitor, or KD, this is my competitor. But by them saying Chet is your competitor, I think that he takes offense to that because he constantly bullies Chet all the time, right? I think that is a little ridiculous for them to push that, okay? I mean, you guys ever seen Breaking Bad, right? Like, greatest show of all time. I don't care. It's the greatest show ever. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Most people won't disagree with that. But, you know the part where, it's the whole I'm the one who knocks. Like, look, you had plenty of time to watch the show. I won't spoil too much. But, like, basically Walter he says the saying, I'll just paraphrase it, is that somebody opens their door and they get shot. And you think I'm the one that got shot. No, I'm the one that knocks. That's Wemby. They think that Wemby is the one that opens up the door to Chet, and now he has to get past Chet. No, he is the shooter. He is the one who knocked, right? Like he is on a whole nother pedigree. It's not this rivalry. Stop trying to put them on the same level. Like, I know some people say, oh, it could be like Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, which there was a big difference between Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan, but I honestly feel like the gap is even larger than that. Like, no offense. I think Chet is really good, but I think the gap is even larger than Tim Duncan and KG. Like, I really hope people stop doing that. I really hope people stop doing that because it's starting to get very frustrating, very annoying, and Chet is not on the same level at all as Victor Wembanyama. At all. Okay? Is Chet a great player? Yes. I think he's going to be a very good player in the NBA. I think he's going to be a great player in the NBA. But we're talking superstar Wemby. I don't know if Chet will be a star, but Wemby is a superstar right now. So I don't know. I don't even think I don't think that should be controversial. I mean, look at him, bro. Like, look at him. I'm watching all these games. I criticize certain things day to day, and God, I thought Wemby was off the last game and he had 31 points. Like, I don't know. he didn't get sleep and he got 31 points and 6 blocks. Like, I don't know, bro. You tell me who's better. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, so we're going to go into this Wemby. I wanted to start off with that because chat members, brought it up. And also, it's interesting, right? But I'm gonna talk about a quick sponsor, and then we're gonna go into Victor Wembanyama's press conference here because we haven't watched this one yet. So this will be the last one for the night. But really quick, if you guys want to check out Sleeper, go check it out. Link in the description box. There is a social media element of it as well, along with daily fantasy sports. So if you're into any of that, please go check it out. Use the link below in the description box and use the promo code CLAN if you do decide to do daily fantasy sports. And as you can see on the screen, you'll get 100% match up to $100. But if you don't care about that at all, just download it just for the social media aspect of it overall, where you can see all the different highlights, stats, injury reports, all that good stuff, just to keep yourself informed in what's going on around the NBA. All right, so let's take a look at what Vic had to say.
How are you feeling about the 4-0 start?
Everybody's been repeating the coach. You got to do the same. It doesn't matter. Say it.
Great. I mean,
crap.
I think those are 4 games that we're supposed to win. Like if we lost.
Oh, he said the thing. We said that gosh, we've been on almost 2 hours. We said that like an hour ago. That all these games are ones they should win.
Then we would have been disappointed, and we need to keep the standard. So, but say we're where we want to be.
The thing you just said about games we're supposed to win, is that kind of a measure of how things have changed over the last 2 years? There's more of those games where you feel like you're supposed to win than before.
Of course, yeah.
And also Chris Paul implement. Can we say Chris Paul? We don't bring up Chris Paul no more. Can they say Chris Paul? Say Chris Paul.
It is. I also mean like say one day we lose a game and the other team made a record amount of threes and a field goal percentage and we respect the scouting report. Of course, it's never all right to lose, but it's we wouldn't feel as bad as a team where we throw it away. And to lose this game tonight, we would have had to throw it away, and we didn't do it. So it also shows progress.
Mitch talked before the game about your efficiency. That's standing out to him. Then you go 7 of 8, 10 of 10 at the line, plus 35. Is that becoming more and more a point of pride just to have that efficiency at a high level?
Point of pride, yeah, but also straightforward. The best way to help my team. Sometimes it's easy to underestimate the value of turning down shots, and
that's what I was saying too. That this superstar only took 8 points. He went 7 for 8. He only took 8 shots, but a big part of it was, hey, everyone else is getting going. And that's more important right now because early on in the game, Wemby was asking for the ball because he knew I could destroy Jakob, which he did. Like a crazy 360 layup, like he did destroy him. But at the same time, he was like, hey, look, everyone else is getting going right now. Like, it doesn't matter. Let me just do my role. Right now, my role is just be a defender and help my team and facilitate for them. He's very smart at that age, because some people, especially when you're as great as Wemby, you come in with quite a bit of an ego. Luckily for us, I mean, we've had a history of looking at, we had a history of looking at a Spurs team that was unselfish. And Wemby grew up and, watching who wins championships, and it's always unselfish teams. But we could have easily end up getting not to say Michael Jordan was selfish necessarily, but their best option was for him to just score, right? But we could have got a Michael Jordan situation, a Kobe situation, where you're just so great and you're like, it's me or the highway, but he's very humble, and he's gotten to see a plethora of teams that win the right way. So
I've done a lot of work this summer to recognize the situation and the situations and when to take a shot, when to not, and take the highest quality shots possible.
HB said the vibes are really high for the team right now. Just, how are you enjoying this?
Yeah, we're loving it. It's we always love playing basketball no matter what, but it's a little bit easier, to go to bed at night when you win. It's easier to come to practice. It's easier to do the hard things for recovery or scouting or the little efforts on the court because you have the results right in front of your eyes. So it's like a positive cycle,
Are you aware of the blocked shot streak that you had?
That's where people talk, like fans say it all the time, like winning is addictive. Yeah, that's what it is.
89.
Yeah, I can't wait till Soban comes back too. Should be back Sunday. That's what I heard, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know the number, but I know it. Yeah.
Like when it starts to get late, do you start hunting those at all, or? Is that too simplistic?
I don't think so, because like there's moments where I'm hunting blocks even when I got 6 already. So it's my job.
On that note.
Yeah, that was just the first time they tried him and they got blocked. That's all that was.
Are there nights when it feels like teams just aren't challenging you? And do you get any sense of pride when guys, instead of going at you, throw the ball out of bounds, like happened a couple times tonight? Is that?
Yeah.
In other words, is your defensive impact in more than just the blocks, but the
Oh yeah,
drive?
for sure. I think I had a solid defensive game. Without blocks or with one block. So yeah, there's many more ways to impact the game, and if it's gonna happen more and more for sure that guys turn down shots.
HB had pitched a new stat.
The most insane thing that I've seen Wemby, the most insane thing I've seen from Wemby on a multitude of occasions now has been when he blocks you, comes down, someone else on the opposing team has the ball, they're in the air, Wemby's still on the ground, and he blocks them too. That's I think the best one that we've seen is when Jabari Smith tried him at the rim to posterize him. Wemby blocked him. The momentum forced Wemby to go out of bounds, and then he got his own rebound and went up again, and Wemby was able to recover and block it again. That was, when I saw that, I was like, there's no one better than him. This is the greatest shot blocker we've ever seen, hands down, right? Everyone can hate and say, oh, well, he's 8 feet tall, he's supposed to do that. Well, tell me another 7'3", 7'2" player that can do that. 7'4". Tell me another one that can do that. That's when I knew that's scary. The fact that you're not safe. You should be safe on your recovery. You are not safe on your recovery. He has follow-up blocks for you. It's insane. He does it all the time too. Yeah. By the way, let me bring this up. I might as well bring it up now. We won't do a separate segment. One thing I know, you guys probably noticed it as well, but it looks as if Wemby does have a go-to move. So let me just bring that up. Oh man, I get copyrighted for this. So I'll play a little bit and stop. So as you can see here, both of these clips I took where you can see Wemby's trying to get to a spot. He's trying to get to the key.
Guys, bro, it's actually scary.
Look at that.
I see people in the
Nasty. And then this one.
Early back-to-back for the Spurs.
I can't. Gets back to the key.
Oh, nice.
Same move.
Shakes.
Yeah, I think that's his go-to. He likes getting to that left side. He did it again in this game as well. He didn't shoot it the same way. He actually shot with his right hand. But as you guys saw, it was a really clutch bucket at the end of this past game. He did the same thing. He gets that left side of the rim, starts at the key, tries to get to that left side of the rim every single time. Every single time. That might be his go-to. Anyways, where are we at? Here we go. The Wemby step through. Sure.
Well, he called it drives derailed. In other words, count the number of times that a player decides not to challenge you. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea because we do a lot of video with Sean Sweeney, you know, to analyze the situations, and as many times it's like, like before we even get to this shot, to having to block this shot, you know, there's stuff we can do beforehand.
Congrats on the Player of the Week.
Thank you.
Wondering if, you know.
Oh, I didn't know he was Player of the Week.
If you have any thoughts on, you know, capturing that the first week of the regular season.
A little bit of pride, you know, and but you know, I think the most important stat is the 3-0 before getting this Player of the Week, 3 wins, no losses. So this is what I'm focused on. It was like, oh, that's cool.
Anyone think Wemby's on roids? I think Wemby had a legitimate offseason. Man, I got so much hate for saying I didn't want him playing Eurobasket. I didn't know that the blood clot would happen. Like, obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But I definitely wanted him to have a legitimate offseason. And people were like, the Eurobasket is going to hold him back. And I'm like, you really underestimate, like, the focus that Wemby has. He's not taking that as, oh, that's just some practice for the regular season. He's taking that as, let's go win it, you know? Like, I don't know. I know it's a short period. The Eurobasket is a short period of time, but preparation for that, Wemby would have went all in on that. And I don't think we would have seen this type of progress if it weren't for him having a legitimate offseason. And if he does what he did this offseason, every offseason, we should just retire the NBA after he retires.
I have a game today, though.
And now with the 4-0, Vic, would it surprise you to hear that matches the best start in franchise history? It matches the best a Spurs team has ever started.
Spurs never went 5-0?
Spurs never went 5-0.
No.
Wow, right.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Because Spurs have the highest win percentage in like the last 3 years or whatever, right? Oh. Wow.
Wait, is that real? We never went 4-0. Wait, he said 5-0. Chad, I need a correction here. I thought that we've won 4-0 before, but it's been since like 2017 or something. Is it saying we never went 5-0? So if they win one more, we never been 5-0. What? So we've been 4-0. The last time we've done that is since 2017, right? 5-0 this decade? So which one is it? Is it we haven't been 5-0 this decade, or is it ever? That is weird, is it? Man, I don't know. Maybe it's not. You think the NBA, maybe it's one of those things where the NBA, like, because we were winning so much, they tried to make sure we were on national television early and we went against good teams early, or 2017, back when the Claw was the captain. That's when we went 4-0, right? One more win and it's the new dynasty. We legit never been 5-0? I'm wondering if that's part of it, is that like those early games that, because Spurs would have been on TV in those early games and they would have put us against a good team, right? Maybe. Oh, I'm just guessing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But then again, you got to keep in mind too that when you're winning and you're winning championships and you're very successful, teams are hunting for you, right? So it's a little harder. We was on TV game 1 this year, Clan. Well, I know, but we went against the Dallas Mavericks. We just bullied them. I think that's probably a big part of it. Like, teams are hunting. Like, you're the Spurs, you're the standard, right? So teams are like really locking in. Maybe that's what it is. But that's still crazy.
Let's beat that record.
Days away from Halloween. Have you come up with a costume yet?
Sorry?
Days away from Halloween.
Days away, but we don't get a game on Halloween, so we don't get to see a costume this year, unfortunately.
Hey, Tony Parker was at the game today, and do you realize you're the first Spur to average 30 points over the first 4 games since Tony Parker in 08?
Well, what year was that?
2008.
Wow, okay. I didn't know.
That was peak Parker, too.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of positive things, you know. It reminds me that collective results just trickle down to individual rewards.
You guys are currently undefeated, but each game you've had different challenges, but still able to close out. What's been the biggest sign of growth that you've seen, not just in wins, but how your team handles runs, adversity, or
I need Carolina T to take a picture next to Wembanyama. I don't know how tall she is, but I think it'd be very funny because he's freakishly tall. I need that to happen expeditiously.
Execution.
Can still get better, especially coming out of second half. But yeah, I mean, we definitely know ourselves better, know where to get to, and also for me, it's like recognizing also the game better. Like I hear an opponent say they're gonna do this or that, and like immediately thinking, okay, that means we need to run this. So it's I guess it's just individual growth. It's a sum of, I mean, a bunch of players, coming together for the same project.
Wemby's ripped, bro.
Collective results trickle down to individual rewards. When you say stuff like that, is that you or did you read that somewhere?
No,
He's always
that's for
said
me.
that. He's always said that.
Good.
You talk about
Just come up with those.
you talk about the vibes being high and 4-0 start.
That was like a little bit of French swagger right there. That reminded me of Tony. I don't know why. He sounded like Tony Parker right there.
Collective results trickle down to individual rewards. When you say stuff like that, is that you or did you read that somewhere?
No, that's for me.
Good.
You talk about
Just come up with those.
I was just looking at his arms thinking he's ripped too. Yeah.
Talk about the vibes being high and 4-0 start, but how much does Mitch's mentality to keep y'all focused each and every day help out this run?
Not at all. It's all me.
I mean, Mitch is very purposeful, in the way he speaks.
Why don't they ever ask about me? They never ask about how Clan has inspired the team. I don't know what's up with that. It's very offensive that they never ask about how Clan has inspired the team. Maybe I can hit up Carolina and ask her to ask that question next. Like, ask them how his Clan really impacted winning. And he was like, oh, you mean Clan the Spurs fan? Yeah, Clan the Spurs fan. How's he? Oh, we watch all his stuff every game. Every day after a game. And even Keldon, he was like, and Keldon, he really pisses off Keldon. He really pisses him off. So Keldon really wanted to show Clan the Spurs fan that he had it this year. He's like, really? Like he didn't want to prove it to himself or prove it to his family or prove it to those close to him or his teammates. No, just Clan. He just wanted to prove it to Clan. Because he's like, he loves everybody else, but why doesn't he love me? It's like a kid trying to get his dad's approval.
He manages to, match our energy when it's going good and say the right things when it's going bad, when they get on runs or whatever. So it's a great quality, and I think it's a hard one to teach. So I'm glad he has it, being able to recognize the situation in the moment and say purposeful things.
I could see him getting on to them. But yeah, when they were up by 25, I mean, I know we just take that one clip and people are like, you don't want to just take one clip and base your whole opinion. I think that's okay with this situation. We got the testimonials. We got the team saying how good he is. We got coaches in the past saying how purposeful and how smart he is. We have him as a assistant coach to Popovich. He was assistant coach to Pop. Pop just doesn't put anybody on his coaching staff, right? Like you have all these pieces. We have him winning with the Austin Spurs. Like you have all these pieces, and then on top of it, you get that clip, and that was kind of the first time that we got to see or hear him as a coach, because obviously they weren't showing us anything last season. We knew that the team loved him off the court, but yeah, that was great, and it was very obvious how good he was at that. The fact they were up by 25 and he was talking like that was insane. Good stuff, man.
Moment, by the way, 360 layup.
Never worked on that before. I guess that's the first.
He got crazy great coordination. Actually, I'll show you guys that because I don't think that'd be copyrighted. Because if we go to the Spurs page, I think they have something. Well, got it. Looks like we got a little bit of a lag tonight. All right, where is it? Hold on, I want to show you guys it. I want to get the right one. I don't think this would be copyrighted. Look at this. So sick. What is that? Like, what is that, bro? Look at that. Look at Scotty Barnes almost getting to it. Like, Wemby did that, and it would have been blocked if he would have just went straight up. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's demoralizing. That's insane.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit?
En français, il a dit.
En français?
It only took 2.5 years.
Being Calvin.
Puis on commence à découvrir Dylan Harper semaine après.
All right, so once again, our French people, if you guys want to help us out and go ahead and post what the responses are underneath this video when it's uploaded, that would be absolutely great and appreciated. Because it seems like the French reporters really asked the good questions. They have some really good questions. So if you guys want to do that, that would mean the world to, I'm sure, the rest of us Spurs fans, us heathens that don't know French, us Americans that don't know anything. But yeah, really want to just say that I really love this team, obviously. Vic has been great. The team has been great. They're special. They're going to go to the playoffs, convincingly so. I'm still sticking to 4th in the West, but they are trying to make a case for better than that. But I'm going to stick with my 4th. Right now, we're number 1 in the West. Hold on, let me make sure we're number 1 in the West. Yeah, number 1 in the West. They don't show division. God, is a oh God. The Warriors only lost 1. Warriors are a little scary. They're a little scary. Who's been really bad? Pelicans 0-3, Mavericks 1-3. So we gave them 2 losses. Okay, but yeah. So right now Spurs are looking good. Number 1 in the West. Just got to keep it up. Obviously it's super early. Anything can happen. You can lose this in an instant. But Thunder, we looking at you. We're coming for you. Coming for you.